Hello, my name is Marphillia Carrington Thompson. I am a first-generation, non-traditional, multicultural military spouse, mother, and senior at UNCG. I would like to welcome you to join me in reflecting on my journey through the Silver Leadership Challenge. Just want to point out that the phenomenal and inspiring Miss Becca Cash is my coach, and the title of my presentation is Finding the Light to Social Justice. Coming into this challenge was very different for me. I had completed the Bronze Challenge and became a co-facilitator in the transfer student cohort. A lot of the other things that I was involved in at the time were centered around how to help others. I was an active member of the Transfer Adult Student Union, president of the local chapter of Tausema National Honor Society, working 2 jobs, and lived alone in Greensboro since my husband and children completed a military move to Arizona. With all of that being said, a goal that Becca and I established to work on during the Silver Challenge was to focus on my own individual talents, growth opportunities, and passions, and find ways to let all of these things begin to shape me intentionally as a student leader. The journey was very personal and focused on the intersectionality of my physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual well-being and positive change. As a participant in the program, one of the areas I grew the most in was being able to be assertive about my morals and opinions, as well as understanding the need to be intentional and reflective on who and what I gave my time to. There is power in the word no. We had many sessions where we analyzed my calendar of commitments and routinely focused on skills such as time management, organization, delegation, etc. So what I can make sure was that I was not overextending myself, as well as remaining true to my goal of focusing my energies on things that will grow me in the areas that I need. During this time, I shifted involvement in organizations and focused on attaining membership in my now sisterhood, Corazones Unidos Siempre, Chi Upsilon Sigma National Latin Sorority Incorporated. This was a personal goal for me that I pursued over time, and I was able to see myself grow not only through my sorority's educational process, but also while in the leadership challenge as I applied skills and suggestions worked on with Becca to my new environment. The greatest change involved my self-worth and confidence in my identity. As a Black Hispanic woman who does not speak Spanish, in society's eyes, I am always subjected to the stereotypes of the Black woman. Before, I shied away from confronting how my race and ethnicity intersect and show up in my daily life. But through working as the Director of Philanthropic Service for Greek Life, I was able to be exposed to so many various groups of fellow Greeks working in diverse communities, as well as get a first-hand perspective on how our service actually affected these communities, either positively or negatively or even passively. I led initiatives focused on food insecurities, waste management, feminine hygiene, educating immigrant children like myself, and even hosted a competition that raised hundreds of dollars through Greeks collaborating across councils in an effort to also personally service our own community. This program challenged me to look outside of obvious volunteering, which I completed over 2,000 hours while a student at UNCG. Yet my greatest calling and passion was working within my own community of student leaders to foster collaboration and cultural competence in efforts to increase our impact exponentially. In an effort to find ways to stay engaged in social impact, I became a Kaleidoscope, which is the social justice peer education program in the Office of Intercultural Engagement. The work I did here, combined with the efforts through the Silver Challenge, really helped me discover that my why is simply because my children and my inner little black girl need to see me living my morals on a daily basis. I am passionate about positive social impact because I happen to value self-awareness and always wondering how different myself or others would be if they had seen or been presented with a better path in life. Everyone will have their trials, but being able to help even one person see the bigger picture when making life-altering decisions is worth the work I have put in over the last year and such. The world needs people like me and my fellow Spartans to continue leading for greater social change because complacency never opened doors for anyone. As short as life is, I now understand after losing my mother a few weeks ago that your impact on others surely outlives your physical time on the earth. We must protect our legacy and pay it forward to make things better for our progeny because it is what our elders did for us. I know that I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, and I spiritually want to continue making them proud. Well, I am graduating from UNCG officially on May 8th, virtually due to COVID-19, with a Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology. My time in my department has shaken my foundation of what I thought possible for humanity. Since becoming a member of CUS, I have noticed there is a lack of resources that we as sisters can go to discuss topics such as race, ethnicity, gender, etc. So I am working on creating virtual workshop guides that can be implemented in various chapters that focus on education from a culturally competent lens that has an African affirming stance. I think what creates cultural appropriation is a lack of knowledge, less so than ignorance. I also plan to homeschool my two boys for a year and through trial and error create a primary school level curriculum that is Afrocentric of the entire diaspora, meaning not just learning about African Americans, but Black and Brown people all over the world. Overall, I want to work as a researcher and educator in diversity, equity, and inclusion, the field. So I have applied and been accepted into a dual master's program in international business and African diaspora studies with a focus on Afro-Latin culture. Education is truly the vehicle to my ambitions because I truly am a lifelong learner. Well, I really want to thank you for going on this journey with me. The Silver Challenge has opened my eyes to who I am as a student, leader, mother, wife, sister, daughter, and woman. And I am just so grateful. To my coach, Becca, I couldn't have asked for a better support system. To the Office of Leadership and Civic Engagement, thank you for believing in me when I could not see my own path. This accomplishment is dedicated to my biological mother, Kim Battles, who encouraged me to go back to college at 29 years old and never faltered in knowing I could cross the finish line. Rest in peace, Ma. Thank you all so much.